and reproductive rights. Okay. For most of the time when you talk about sex, because these are the key word, sex, and these they come from the word reproduction, CION. Yeah, I mean, I'm foodie called Onil Kamara. We main focus now around issues bordering on the high maternal mortality and the drivers will lead to that. And one, like teenage pregnancy, two, sexual assault, like rape and sexual penetration. I mean, the other one is about gender-based violence. And the other one is about unsafe abortion, where sometimes the teenagers they don't get any way for get legal side for remove or terminate that pregnancy because they want for continuous go and they don't want stigma. So we take the end of it, then they go and then quack places, to them quack them for letting them terminate the pregnancies.
We target Tonkolili District because we see the districts get high rates of maternal mortality, we get high rates of unsafe abortion, we get high rates of teenage pregnancy, and high rates of violence, young people. So now we target the districts. We get 13 children. So we thought and feel say these districts we need for target and make up and get large number of population where if you say what would they talk about this sexual reproductive health and rights education, it will able go viral, it will able reach now different communities there.
The project itself, we several meetings, several workshops, trainings. We don't capacitate or don't create a lot of awareness from the side of the indigenes or the people of Tonkolili District, more especially when we realize that there are increase in sexual issues, assault, and gender-based violence, teenage pregnancies. You realize they're in a very high rate in the district. But the interventions of this project, we don't thought and fit that a lot of increase in them, even though there are a lot of challenges. And to me, I feel say the organizations do a very good job.
And take and say for talk about SR and HR, Natabon at the community. So EEHRSL thought and fit say for training people so that they will get this knowledge. And we adolescent girls and boys na the districts na they're mostly affected because they get limited knowledge about sexual and reproductive health and rights. EEHRSL don't work for ensure say adolescent girls and boys they're free for make them decision and also their well-being so that they not will be discriminated in their own communities.
Me and sister Mabel Farmer, the district sister 1 at Tonkolili District. The important with this project or workshop or training don't create my life or even Tonkolili District. Now about them sexual reproductive health. They make we promote sexual reproductive health. Before this time, we really the fear for talk about sex, so we picking them. The even the sexual life education at schools, all that one day we don't stop. But with this project we come, it's we say nothing we work for they do, we go help. At least they help for reduce the teenage pregnancy. They help for reduce unwanted pregnancy. So now that's the most important thing where the projects don't really tell we.
And we hope for achieve few things that we will achieve during this training with the council. Number one, now follow widen the knowledge of sexual and reproductive rights. And number two, now follow we get a position paper and statement of commitment from all the stakeholders within the project locations. And we don't even get all the position papers. We don't get a statement of commitment, including the Tonkolili District Council. We don't get statement of commitment for the way they support the work of the organizations and the funding we get from Amplify Change for make we able to educate people on sexual and reproductive health rights, especially picking when they go school, picking when they go school, young people, stakeholders within the community for make them know about sexual and reproductive health rights, because not collaborative effort. So we don't work with them. We don't get a statement of commitment. When a very big achievement for the organization and the project.
Mina Reverend Joshua Dean, the project officer for Community Integrated Development Association, and Mina participant na the project with sexual reproductive health right. We be established in the Tonkolili District by the organization with economic empowerment for human rights, preventive mental, then contraceptives that begin and no need for taker, because it is against the religious norms. But the facilitator we say, if that pikin not sexually active, if you don't take him, it will go to Bele, we will bring burden to the mama, to the papa, to the home, and even bring shame to the family. And so the open I say, if that pikin not sexually active, the only way for like go education and learn for preventer, because you cannot stop him any longer again for like do sex, because he don't sexually active.
I like it because it's a support to the Fatima Bio support, because this line Fatima Bio did fight for the first lady of this country. So therefore, I think any project related to that is a very big support from the council, and we give a very good hands to the project.
One make we all put on, make the stakeholders then put on, even the religious leaders, and that make that we all carry on and we all there, so that we'll be able to implement this, make it go serve now with community on this district.
So if we get more funding, we like for extend these projects in different communities. But for now, we stop now Tonkolili District because of the limited funding.
So the issue of sexual and reproductive health right is fundamental human right, and everybody need from and everybody need from inclusive.